You, good morning, fellas.
A lot of losses, my nigga. That shit
You
changed my
niggas can't
life.
walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I'm about halfway from nowhere, and I know what I gotta do. I'm about peace that's unfolding, and I just need God to come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin.
You niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
You are now listening to Barco Boys.
Morning, good morning,
Yeah,
good
yo.
morning.
Yeah, yo.
Get your funky ass up. Just some regular guys and gals having some real conversation. Get your funky ass up. Y'all know the routine. What's up, man?
Come on now, get on up, let's go. 21-1.
What's good with the fellas?
There she go.
21-1. You heard that?
Huh? Oh no, I see what's
21-1.
going. Yeah, I see what's going on. I
I'm
see
with
what's
them
going on.
announcing every day until we get 75.
They trying to make a record.
LB's top of the morning to you.
Good morning. Sorry I'm late.
Nah,
Hey,
you
man.
good.
Right
Good
on
morning,
time.
everybody.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
All
Ooh,
right, okay.
Oh, I got saying, top of the morning, top of the morning.
What's up, man?
Please, as you come in, like, share, subscribe, please. Don't just pop in here. We be having our peakers, y'all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, make sure you like that thing. Make sure you subscribe because there be a lot of folks on here.
Pause,
About 50,000
it was about to go somewhere else in my mind. Oh.
my boy said, make sure you like that thing.
Now, what show are we on today?
Yeah.
Hey, big shout out to my ladies today. Y'all know it's Women Chat Wednesday, man. It's the day that we dedicate to the ladies, man. Because we trying to figure y'all out, right? E? We trying to figure them out, eh?
And they think we
Oh
be
my
trying to get.
goodness.
They think we be trying to get at it. We just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Help us out.
Hey, yo, I watched that whole Diddy joint yesterday. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Me too.
I watched that whole thing, but I don't know if everybody watched. I don't know if everybody watched it yet, so I don't want to talk about it till everybody watch it. Got to make sure everybody watched it.
I saw it, and I don't feel no different. All them
Oh
stories
man,
I heard.
X this man out, man.
Look,
Come
all
on,
them stories
I
I
never heard
heard
some of them stories.
already.
You heard them stories?
Except when I heard all them stories. All these
Which
stories
one?
were presented to the court.
Hey,
Listen,
E, hold on.
They
You
weren't
telling me?
though. All of
E,
them
you
weren't.
telling me?
look,
E, you telling me that Heavy D in his basketball event where 9 people died in
yeah.
the late 80s? I never heard about that story, bro.
I
Now I
talked
remember
about it on
that.
the show.
I didn't think
That's
about
the
it until
old
I saw it,
story.
but I do remember hearing that back in
I
the day.
talked about it on the show. They had a
That's the
stampede. They was
old
doing
story.
parties.
Well, I
I
ain't hear
heard
about that shooting with him and his
last.
son. I ain't hear about that
Right.
shooting with him and his
I
son.
ain't heard about that neither, Fly. I ain't heard about the shoot with him and his son.
Yeah.
Like, where this coming from? What they trying to
This is my
do?
biggest problem with the whole Diddy.
I heard about everything else though.
My whole biggest thing is though with Diddy right now, with me. And I think he might have really had something to do with Biggie getting killed, bro.
Oh, don't say that.
Absolutely.
Because it's a
Absolutely.
body for a body, nigga. We gonna get him or we gonna get you.
That's the
And
point of
you
this
got him
whole
to
thing. I think
California
people
for the niggas
missing.
to do that shit to him, yo.
For him, with all that
You
stuff that
got
went
him to
down between
California for
Tupac
them
and
niggas
Biggie.
to do that to him, bro.
Yep.
We
He
gonna
has
get
something.
him or we gonna get you and your whole family. What you think he's gonna do?
He has something with both of them, yo. I
He had
think
something with
personally.
Tupac and Biggie. He had something to do
I,
with it.
I think he
I
did.
think Puff wanted to be the man, and he knew all he had to do was get rid of Biggie, do a few tribute songs for Biggie, and Biggie be out the way, and now be all about Puffy. Puffy,
I
Puffy,
felt
Nah.
Puffy.
like it was more so to get rid of Tupac,
You
but
heard when they was
Yeah,
then
that's
talking to the. You heard when they
because
was.
Biggie was his best friend, he probably got caught slight and was kind of probably saying something to him, like, did you really do it or something like that, and he probably had to get rid of him too. So
Yeah, you
something like
heard when
that.
they was talking to the OG Crip,
Oh yeah,
and they was
Who,
like, "Yo,
Keefy
who
D?
killed Biggie?" He knew who killed Biggie.
nah.
He
That
said, "Next question, man."
that's the
yeah,
one that's locked up right now. You talking about?
Nah, the one that was
nah.
talking, he ain't
Nah.
locked up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Keefy D. My bad.
He knew who killed Biggie, but he like, next question.
The
You ain't
clip,
about to
yeah,
have
the
me
clip too.
incriminating people and doing that. That ain't my thing. But I hope he ain't had nothing to do with that, man.
Kim,
I
that
hope he
man
ain't
had
had nothing
something
to
to
do
do
with
with
none of
everything.
that, yo.
You see it in it.
Hey,
Them
yo.
folks wasn't lying, Kim. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo.
They might not have the actual video footage to show you. Them folks wasn't lying, man.
Hey, yo. Did
Man,
y'all hear? Did y'all hear the part like right before he was going? The last 6 days video. He in the Jeep. He jumps back in the Jeep. He like, oh man, I gotta bathe in peroxide.
Yeah, why
All
would he
these
even take my
germs, all
man's
these
jacket?
germs I've been exposed to in the hood. You know what we do.
Hey, yo. So he just faking. He was just faking out there. I
I mean,
said,
it wasn't.
yo.
All right, let me say
No,
this.
that,
All
no,
right,
no. What they was trying to say was that he was trying to go back to Harlem and get some type of love, as if he'd been doing that. Like they said he was just doing that. He was just faking it right before he got locked up.
yeah,
that's what they
but I'm
trying to
not
say.
gonna. I'm not gonna knock him for saying he needed to take a bleach bath or whatever he was talking about, man. You're around a bunch of folks, man. You do need to take a nice good bath, man. Get a little bathe in there, man, because you don't know what kind of germs and stuff like that. It's no diss to the people, but if you somebody that ain't around
Hey,
germs a lot,
sub, hey,
All
sub,
right, you right, Natalie.
hey,
You
sub,
right.
it's a diss to the people. That's why he said it. He ain't had to say
I
that.
mean, yes,
The cameras is
what I'm
on,
saying
cameras
is
rolling. He ain't had to
he
say that.
shouldn't have said it. He shouldn't have said it. He should have just did what he had to
Wait,
do.
let me ask y'all a quick question. Where y'all think he got the tape from?
I don't know. That was one of my questions too. Like, who was in that room with Diddy, and don't he
Come
know they done
on,
sold the tape?
man. Come
Who was
on,
that?
man.
Go
Who
sit down.
50 got access to?
In that group, I don't know.
Because it wasn't
You
many
ain't
people in that room,
you ain't know who was in the room. You ain't never know who was behind the camera.
It
right?
was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
white
yeah.
guy.
You
He
never
was in
know.
the yo, you seen him in the mirror when they was in the bathroom, yo. He asked Justin, like, yo, he edit, right? Justin was like, yeah, he edit. He like, all right, yeah, I need to spin a narrative on this whole thing, man. This thing getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Diddy was
When he was
smart,
talking about
yo. Diddy
Dom.
was smart. Only thing that was dumb about it is that he ain't pay the guy. How you ain't gonna pay the guy that's filming all the footage? That was crazy to me. Now the footage out there. The guy
But
gotta
that was
make
his
money.
MO though. He did it to so many people.
Yeah, he did. The girl from Dirty Money, why you ain't give her the 5,000? Five
And
thousand dollars? You ain't got it?
she was so stupid. Because why you standing by this dude and standing up for him and he talking about you love him and he wouldn't even give you five
Hey,
thousand
hey,
dollars.
I
hey,
said the
hey,
same
Scal,
thing.
hey,
I said the
Scal,
same thing.
He probably
Scal,
was wearing 5,000 just on the top of his
Scal.
body.
How didn't he pay the producer, bro? You ain't pay the producer? My man that
I said,
produced the whole album?
yeah,
Right,
that's crazy.
$29.
Y'all see I'm staying quiet
right.
on it, man.
And then you mad that this stuff coming out, but you'd have took care of business. We wouldn't even be knowing about none of this stuff.
Y'all see I'm staying quiet, man.
Yo, the producers, Diddy told the producer, man, we're handling it in court. He like, all right, bro, like, all right.
I ain't even talking about Lil Rod was one of the main guys talking about Diddy and all that stuff. I noticed that he didn't take care of people. He didn't take care of people. People pockets was hurting. I understand that part. So
Lil
it's
Rob was
easy to give
hurting, yeah.
somebody some money to talk dirt on you. It's easy to do that. But I get it.
But what about the people that wasn't about no money? They just wanted.
The chick, I ain't gonna get into it. I don't really want to talk about it right now. A lot of people ain't see it,
Boy,
but boy, we can definitely get into it. This stuff is not old, yo. I mean,
hey
this
Kim,
stuff
you'll
is
be
not
a good
new. This stuff is old.
attorney
The chick that was on there that got SA'd, she said she got SA'd. Only reason
because
she
he
did
been
that
doing
because
it for years. This
because
You,
ain't
she was
nothing
you
on
talk,
new.
camera and he was playing that shit to people, and her mother in them
You,
scene that got women that
And she was
you talking
drugged
about
and
in
she didn't remember.
1981. You talking about in
And she even
1981.
said it. She
in
didn't even remember. She didn't
1991, the
even know.
guy that did no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing, he was drugging people. He was drugging them.
Yeah.
You right? Damn, that's
Right,
what my
yo.
man said. My
Right,
man did say he
right,
ain't do no drugs
right.
back
I
then.
get it. I get it. Y'all,
How
y'all,
you
I
don't
don't
gotta do
get y'all,
drugs to
yo.
drug people.
You don't have to do drugs
Back
to
in
drug somebody else.
1991, when he was
And
trying to
yo, they
get them
say he had GHB in the
In the
baby oil.
oil.
I didn't even know you could do that.
and it's
I
still
had no
getting
idea you
questioned
could
about
do
that.
stuff.
They
What was
did
on
I
say
the
was
that.
baby
tested.
oil
They
for?
said
I
that
was
on
tested.
trial too. You know that stuff got tested, right?
We all know that the trial was tainted.
When they went to his room, they found the pink
Stop,
cocaine and everything
man.
on the
Yo, you
table.
got me crazy as hell, bro.
When they went to his room, they found the pink cocaine right there on the table. So they showed it.
I'm not talking about no pink cocaine. I'm talking about tainted baby oil, GHB, and all that shit. Baby oil, all that shit got tested. All that shit made it to trial.
So what's your point?
Right? Did he? No, mom. What's my point?
Yeah,
What's
what's
my
your
point?
point?
Because maybe we confused or something. Did he get convicted of any of that stuff?
He wasn't charged
Did
with
he
it.
get convicted? All
He
the
wasn't
stuff was
charged with
part
that.
of the RICO. That's why the
Yeah,
bitches
he did
was
get
being
charged with that
taken of the
stuff.
baby oil.
He got charged with all that stuff. Then
Yo,
the
man.
guns and everything. I thought he got charged with.
Yo, I get
No,
it.
it's
I get it. I get it, man. I get it. Like I said, man, I think the worst thing in his favor right now is that shit with Biggie and Tupac, man. Everything else, I heard
you
all
don't
that
care
shit
about. You
before.
let him be a predator
Oh, we got our
and
guest
I
all
don't see
backstage.
that.
no predator.
He good.
I don't see no
He
predator.
good. It's over 100 civil cases filed against him. Over 100. So everybody lie.
We gonna see.
In your opinion, you think everybody lie?
We gonna see.
I don't think everybody lying, but
You think
We
everybody
gonna
lying?
see. Scale been wanting them to ride under the jail, so I ain't listening to Scale. Like, listen, man.
yeah.
Like,
Only thing I can say, you in jail,
Scales
man.
just,
You
yeah,
right
like,
where you
yeah,
need to
Scales
be.
still trying to redeem himself because he said the nigga was gonna get 100 years and life in prison. So I get it, man.
But he in jail. That's all that
All
matters.
this stuff is not new stuff. This is why it's out and how it's able to be put out. All
Hey,
this stuff
yo,
not
real quick,
new.
y'all. Real quick, I'm about to bring Mecca to the stage. And we can start. Where we at?
I think he gonna have another case coming out though. Some new charges.
They already trying to file with a new charge.
Mecca City in the building.
Mecca, what up, Mecca?
Only
Good
Pittsburgh
morning.
Steelers fans really do that right.
Come on, man. You know what time it
Come
is.
on, man.
It looks like we lost right now, but we'll find our way.
Steelers
We
ain't
gonna
going
find our
nowhere.
way.
Good morning.
Steelers ain't
morning,
going nowhere.
y'all.
Good morning.
You
Steelers
done
get.
woke me back up. E. Kim put me to sleep. Tell my son, did he get innocent? Come on, man.
I said I'm sitting here in the backstage like, Lord, here we go. Wait a minute. He about to have all these extra cases, true indeed. But
Yeah, I think so.
Hey,
yeah,
what
it's
is
probably
that we
about to
talk about, yo? She be saying some crazy shit, yo. What's wrong with my eyes, yo? I see everything perfectly clear, man.
not scales to fall from his
Like, what's
ass.
wrong? What be wrong with people,
It's
yo?
it's a
I
bit
don't
it's a
get it,
biblical
yo.
scripture, my brother. It's a biblical
Man,
scripture.
I ain't into the biblical, man.
That's all right.
That's
That's
that's why
God
she
is
said it.
God is
That's why.
inside. God is inside of me. I don't know what y'all talking about, man.
okay.
Oh man. Wednesday morning.
Women Chat Wednesday.
Indeed it is. What's that?
It
What's we got?
Let's
Now is
see
this
who's
pink
that.
that we got going? Is this fuchsia? What pink is this? What is this? I always wanted
This
That's
those
is
Women
like
pinks.
Chat
a
Wednesday pink.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wednesday pink. All
that's
right.
their color. I remember them saying they like the pink and the
it's hot pink. It's hot pink.
so we
Hot
covered
pink. Okay.
for hot topics.
Hot pink for hot
Ooh.
topics. You better say it.
E, I don't know what the first video is, but I'm gonna play it.
You can play whatever you want, man. It's a
Oh,
bunch of videos up there, man.
let's get into
A
it.
lot of
Then.
men about being married. They can love the woman, desire to be with her, and they always say, well, Mr. Wilson, I need to get a little more money.
Mr. Wilson, I need to get this house. You know, when I get this business going, I'll go ahead and lock that in. I said, me and my wife, we got it together. I didn't have money, a lot of money. My wife was a nurse. We put that together. That's why the scriptures say it's not good for man to be alone. The woman in Hebrew, the word helper is Azah, which also means a shield, succor, support. So many of us, when you look at what's happening in our community, we're missing that, especially when studies come out to show that over 80% of millionaires are married. What are we missing? Majority of us is fear. And then the inadequacy piece, the imposter syndrome. Now, when I get married, I can't be a stoic. Oh, she's going to find out that I'm depressed sometime. She's going to find out that, man, I still struggle with confidence. I'm really not the leader she thinks I am for her to be around me all day long. That's why fruits of the seeds that have been planted. So if you don't have the right seeds and the right soil, your manifestation or the bad fruit is what we see.
But the question was, black couples specifically overlooking the strength in marriage?
100% hands down, absolutely.
So
And I think the
Without
idea of
question.
marriage itself has been tainted in our communities.
Absolutely.
because
I
we tainted
agree
it,
with that.
our own selves have tainted it.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
For
Not
one
to
reason or
mention
another. Yeah.
some of the things that he mentioned. Well, some of the things that he mentioned are the reasons, right? So let's check it. And I know M probably getting ready to blow up in like 2 seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this out right now before he get ready to tear me loose. But part of the problem with why we overlook the strength of the strength of marriage is because of the very things that he talked about with our men having a problem with their vulnerability. In our culture and our community, black men have a very difficult time with vulnerability, with emotional intelligence. It is a real struggle oftentimes. And again, I understand situation, circumstances where they came from, from cradle to grave, cradle to prison pipelines, cradle to a whole bunch of things. Like, I get it, but they struggle so much with vulnerability and emotional intelligence. And because of that, it makes it very, very difficult to just lay your stuff bare before somebody that you're supposed to be in partnership with. It's a problem.
Yeah.
I like you go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I was just going to agree with that. And I would focus and say, my opinion, emotional intelligence and communication I will move it to the top because we're teaching our black men growing up, you need to be tough. You need to be a certain way. You don't need to show emotion. You don't need to be compassionate or you look at a simp,
A simp
if
or a
you're.
sucker.
Yeah, so I think that I will move to the top because if we start looking at exactly what it takes to survive in a relationship, a healthy relationship, it's not, you just being a provider or a caretaker. It's also about you nurturing, you holding up, you're teaching, you're providing as much emotional support in your household as your wife is.
Well, let me say this. Let me say it from a different standpoint. I think are a lot of our men that lack a lot of those different things and qualities is because we're growing up in households where our mothers are not providing that male figure for us to see those different things and see marriage and see a man in the household. Whereas though you're learning a lot of these different things for the first time in relationships, in marriage. I think a lot of those qualities I had to learn in my marriage and being married to my wife. I didn't know none of these things.
Well, I think that's interesting that you said the mothers aren't providing a man in the house. I think it's the man that ain't staying in the house. That's when it all started. Before we even got to this point.
I mean, if you want to look at it that way, I'm saying in
Because
general.
we have an appetite to keep on trying to find another woman. We don't never want to be with that one woman. And that's why when I be talking about not having sex and making babies, it sounds crazy, but how many times have us men gotten somebody pregnant and been off to the next?
I mean, son,
I
we
know
could blame our fathers, son. We can. I mean, if we want to do that, we want
but
to
I'm just
blame our
saying,
fathers. We can do that,
because you
yeah, all
said,
day long. I mean,
What do you
because
mean
you
we
said
can?
women
We
are
shouldn't?
providing
I mean,
men now.
what
We
I'm
shouldn't?
saying, I,
Bro,
I
I take
don't
full
know.
accountability for
How
whatever
many
it is I
women
take.
actually want a man out of the household after they have a baby?
Let me say this: I can't speak for my family dynamic because my father and my mother was just two different. They were different. You know what I mean? They weren't your normal couple. You know what I mean? Like I said, my vision for what I'm thinking, I would have never seen in my household. Like I said, my parents was in and out of jail, shit like that. So I I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't say who was wrong in the situation if you asking me that. I don't know. So to blame my father, to blame my
So
mother,
fly
I can't even blame either
what
or. What I'm
what
saying is,
what you did, what I think, but I mean, I understood where you was coming from,
hmm
and I get that. But I think what Sub is saying is that, and it's a natural thing that happens, right? When we're raised in a household without the presence of a father or without the presence of a male figure, the first thing that we assume is that, maybe the mother who's always had to do everything was also responsible for having the male figure in our lives, or her decision should have been, even if it wasn't your father, to have a male figure around. It then becomes her responsibility is to make sure there's a male figure there, as opposed to the responsibility falling on a male figure to show up. And that's
Right.
what I think Sub was trying to say. Like, no, nothing wrong with where you coming from. Like, with the absence of the male figure in the household being why you just now learning some of those things. We get that, we understand that. But the responsibility of there not being a male figure, because I even switch the dynamic to, if it's not father of the child, where are the uncles of the community? Where's the
Right.
granddaddies of the community? Where are, and again, Fly, you're one of those ones who has become that for so many boys, and they mothers didn't find them no father figures. You know what I'm saying? But you chose to be that and show up as a coach that serves in that capacity for them,
And
regardless.
let's even take it a step further, not to keep on throwing us under the bus, fellas. How many men want some other man around their kid? It's like you ain't with this woman. She start dating the next man because your kid only 1, 2 years old. You already mad because she
Yeah.
with the next. Don't be having no ignorance around my son, my baby. That's this is what I'm trying to
shit
explain, bro.
bad.
Huh?
And what happened to the days
I said
where
it's bad.
if you got someone pregnant, you step up and y'all get married? What happened to that idea?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I say what I say.
Oh, I'm for that right there all day long. I mean,
But it's because like you said, the image of marriage is tainted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then, like, okay, check
marriage
it.
is gonna water it down.
You got to also
And
take into consideration, and I know, Sub, this probably might rub you a little different, but I honestly think that we have to give some credit to understanding that um our social environment changed what marriage looked like for Black people, because every show that we watched on TV that depicted marriage was uh Dick Van Dyke, Mary Tyler Moore, all the old white people. Like, it was Little House on the Prairie. You saw the Brady Bunch. You saw, and until the Cosbys hit the scene, right? Until we saw the Cosbys,
The
we didn't
Jefferson.
even, and even with the Jeffersons, right? That was a rough situation because George was like I don't know if we would have wanted all of our fathers to be like George Jefferson. You know what I mean? Like that wasn't it. But
Yeah, Ronald had it
this
rough.
is what we saw. And so until we got to the Cosbys, we never really even had no positive image of what it looks like. And I know my people in the chat is definitely gonna chew me up for this one because they always be like, here you come with that slavery idea. But I cannot forget my history, can't forget our past. If men were constantly pulled away from the home from slavery, like we've got a lot of reprogramming and systemic issues that we've got to deal with as it relates to the culture of society that says black men don't stay in houses, they don't marry.
Well,
I
here's the
agree.
thing. You got something, Scale?
Nah, I agree with exactly what you said. We got a lot of
I was gonna say
reprogramming to do.
one thing that he mentioned, right, was him and his wife got it together. I think this is a big problem with men and women right now. Men be waiting to get all the fortune that they're gonna have, right? Then they find them a female that's less fortunate.
Yup.
So now you treat her as such because y'all didn't get it together since the mud. She came around when the blossom already bloomed or whatever you want to call it. So now it's like, soon as she do anything, it's like, man, I don't need you. Get up out of here. Hey, take a couple dollars and go. As opposed to, yo, you and this person been together since y'all ain't have nothing. Like, for example, throw my pops in there. My pops ain't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? But when him and Lawana got together, everything they grew together. I don't know how much or whatever she had going into that relationship, but what I do know is they from back in '89. I'll just start there when they was in Alabama. Whatever they had, I seen all that grow together. No matter what type of trials and tribulations they've been through, and they stuck through it all. And I can't see my pops or my son he leaving or she got to go and have none of that. They just who they are, man. In love.
But you know what? It's a bad thing now today, sir, because some of the women have gotten to the place where they don't want to be involved with somebody unless they got it all. And see, that's my problem with I'm gonna try to be nice because I'm not supposed to generalize and call us broads, hoes, and chicks. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that is my problem with some of these broads, hoes, and chicks. Okay? Because let's just keep it a buck and a band. All right. I come from the type of cloth where if you ain't got it and I got it, we still got it. Period. I'm not waiting for you to. And again, I've never been the type of person. That's probably why I wouldn't even date drug dealers when I was growing up, because for me, it was a whole problem for anybody to ever label me as a gold digger, think that I was a gold digger, think that I only wanted to be a part of the solution and not be part of solving the problem. Like, I'm trying to be wherever you are if we locked in like that. So it ain't got to be like, oh, I'm going to wait till you achieve this level of success. Now, granted, nobody wants, what did they say? T-Bar say, I don't want no scrub. Nobody wants somebody that's coming to the table that ain't trying to do nothing, not aspiring to do something. But what I'm saying is some of us women got to get it together and be willing to grow with somebody. We don't want to grow with nobody. We want it when it's already grown and we pick it from the tree and just enjoying the fruits of the labor.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
And that's some, and then I'm not going to say it's all, but I can
No, because
understand the
I'll never
sentiment
put
and the
us
reason
all in the
why is
same
that.
category.
But I will agree with the sentiment behind why some women think that way. And it is because when you get to a certain point in your life, if you haven't accomplished some things, you don't have your own car, you've never had your own place, you don't know how to write a check or manage a bank account. Those are some things I don't want to spend my time with, because if you haven't learned by 30 that these are some life skills that you need and you should be already exercising, then I'm already going to be going backwards to bring you up to where I'm at. And some women are not willing to do that. And I have met some 30-something-year-old men that do not know anything about managing a bank account. And it tells its tail down the road, because how can I rely on you to help pay bills and manage our household and take care of things around the house and help me, you know what I mean, and not rely on me to do everything if you can't even do that at age 30, 27, 30, you know what I mean? So I can understand that sentiment. We kind of want them to have been to a certain level or at a certain level, you know, before we would proceed moving with them forward.
I'm gonna bring
I can
myself back.
understand that because it's like you want that business acumen to already be there. But I guess for me, I also think about it, and I guess life's experience is sometimes your best teacher, right?
Right.
And so in my very vulnerable moment with y'all right now, I talked to y'all before about my husband coming out of the penitentiary doing, Fed time. He came out Fed time or whatever. And when we got together, I was a woman in the church. Matter of fact, the day I met my husband, I was preaching my first initial public message, right? Not to say my life was all together, but I was working on progress of who I was becoming. You know what I'm saying? And when I met him, he was fresh out of jail. Um, you know, and his life told an amazing story because from the time he was 15 until I met him at 20, he was 30s. He was turning 30 when I met him or whatever. I was like, yo, he ain't got nothing to add to what it is that I'm already doing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like his willingness and wanting to was enough for me to believe in him. And for me to
That's
then take what it is that I had and share that knowledge because in my mind, my husband didn't know how to write a check. My husband ain't know nothing about balancing a checkbook. Matter of fact, when we first started dating, and matter of fact, we got married. Our first year of marriage was the hardest year because I had to teach him literally everything about when you get your paycheck, your legal paycheck, because you ain't in them streets. When you get that legal paycheck, you can't re-up like you did when you was in the street. So you ain't getting another 1,500. You gotta wait 2 weeks before you getting another one of these, homie.
so Mecca, let me ask you this real quick because you are saying that somebody can be taught at that age.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. So what he ended up doing was he was blowing his checks on the things that he wanted. He loved sneakers, he loved clothes, he whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, player. I got a mortgage,
You got a
I
budget.
got a car
You
note.
got a budget. Yeah.
Hold on.
But
I had a kid when we came in this. You had two when we came into this. Now we got a whole family. This the Brady Bunch, the black version.
Yeah.
right.
Like, no,
Yeah.
you can't be blowing your money, babe. This is what we got to do. But what I can say is, through our years of working through that, and me being willing to say, okay, now this how this works. When I tell y'all that man would go to work, come home after he figured it out, like, oh, okay, I can't do this. He would go to work. He'd say, babe, I'm gonna keep this $100. Here's the rest of everything else that needs to go towards whatever got to happen. Is that cool? Yeah, that's cool. Or I would say, babe, this month I balanced everything out. We good. You need to go get the things that you like to get. Hey, you got a little bit more play money this month, babe. We good. We in there. And he'd be like, all right, bet. But now when I tell you, we just had this aha moment last week. Last week we had an aha moment. Here's the aha moment. The landscape of this world has changed so much. I was one of those 300,000 plus black women that lost my job thanks to this wonderful administration that Sub loves so much. And as a result of that, um, you know, I started to panic because I've always been the primary top breadwinner in our household because I've always had the accolades and education that afforded me that, right? Not to say he ain't work and ain't add to it. We good. But what I'm saying is I made more money than him all these years. Well, this shift happens, and you know who's handling us right now? So much to the point where my husband looked at me and was like, hey, I finally got this all straightened out, and I'm good. Babe, if you want to take the next half a year off, take it off. Work part-time if you need to. Just handle the kids. I'm good now. I figured it out. Y'all, we grew that together. And that man came home
That's
not knowing
dope.
how to change the DVD
That's
player.
dope.
He didn't know how to work a cell phone.
That's
He didn't know
dope.
how to do none of that.
So are
That's
we
dope.
saying Donald Trump made this even stronger marriage?
So
Definitely not D. Trump, my dude. Definitely not. Definitely the grace of God did that right
Wow.
there.
Yeah,
But I see
that's
where
the
you
real
going.
that's what it really is. I was just joking. I
Wow.
mean, for me, it's all about God when it comes to this type of stuff, man. That's why Donald Trump, Randy Rump, it don't matter who's in office, guys. I'm just telling y'all, I'm happy something different is happening. That's all.
And you know what
I
is
don't like
also
the
dope
change.
though? Our guys, Sub, you're right. Um, But Fly, I think it's one of those things you said it's not too late for them to learn that at that point. Not only is it not too late, but the only
Let's.
thing that happens is they need a strong person to teach them how to make
I
the
was just
skills
about.
they had transferable.
I was just about to say. That's why it makes all the sense in the world is because the right person can be taught at any age, no matter how old you are. You can be taught, and the right person that's going to teach you is the person that you're supposed to be with anyway.
But you
But
got to
first
have
thing
that
first,
fortitude to want to learn and
who
want to
wants to
do
Absolutely,
learn
better
it? That's
and
absolutely,
want
exactly
to.
what I was
absolutely. You got
going
to
to
come with
say.
that.
So I
You
think
got
that's
to come
where
with
Not
we're
that.
enough,
seeing
You got to
why
come with
some
that.
of
not
these
enough
ladies don't want to
grown
deal with
men,
that.
You got to come
not
with that.
enough grown men are willing to understand that their mindset is wrong. They need to tear that up, throw it away, and start over. And the
Hey,
easiest
sir,
way, the
let me
cheat
ask you this.
code is, yes, you can get with God and do it, but if you get with someone who is good, because there's bad people out here. If
No,
Yeah.
you
no.
get with
Hey,
the
hey,
right
sir, hey,
person,
sir,
there'll be
hey,
no
sir.
bad.
Everything you're saying is great. Let me ask you this: at what age do you think that man is that he gets to that point where he wakes up and want to be that guy? At what age?
Everybody alarm clock is different, brother.
When was
Not
yours?
so wild.
At what age was yours?
I say around 33, like I said, when I started living with grandma.
Okay.
When I was out there in Alabama, I saw a lot of things different. I saw my father different. I saw grandma's life different. I saw your mother's life different. I saw a lot of things differently, and my eyes just opened up to a different spectrum. And that was mainly because I was going to church. And then you start seeing different church people. Because you know it's people in the church doing things they ain't got no business, right?
None.
I'm outside every morning. I'm taking grandma to church. We there at 5:30. I start off. I'm in the parking lot smoking cigs like a chimney. You know what I mean? Mom, me and your moms, we out there. Your mom pull up, we out there. We ain't going inside no church no 5:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And slowly but surely, I see this person with their wife and their kids. I'm like, dang, man, that look good, man. They got 3 sons like I got. I wish I was pulling up in here with my, you know what I mean? And you just start wanting better. And I was like, you know what? It's something I'm doing wrong. It can't be like I still make excuses sometimes for myself. But when I start realizing that I'm wrong, all I can do is get better. A lot of men, man, they ain't never wrong, man. I can smash as many chicks as I want, wife or not. They, all right, that's what you can do. Keep doing it. I'm not you. I moved to a different hemisphere. I'm over here. You know what I mean, I remember cats clowning me. I don't go to strip clubs no more. Man, you know how much money I saved? Stop going to strip club. I ain't even talking about the other things that go on in there. Come on, man. Once they started making it rain, I was out. I ain't got no money out of here, man.
You know, that's the other part though
Out,
too.
huh?
That's the other part too, though. I think even when the man was talking and he was saying like, um, there's strength in marriage. I think for some of our men, and I know this was my husband's conversation when we first got married too. There's a fear that when you get married, the joy goes away. Like you
That's
think
what
that
people
things,
say.
yeah, they think that everything is now about rules and control, and it's you can't have fun no more. Or you got to lose all your friends. You got to
You
lose
only
all
have
your
sex
friends,
one
and
time a
you
month.
right. You can only have sex once a month. Player, I ain't doing it if that's the deal, cause I'm not with it. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, that's a soul situation. But
We out of
um,
there.
quick. Cause I don't even want to be responsible for. Okay, never mind. We're not even gonna go
Right.
down that road. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is like, you know, um, if you can meet up with somebody, and this I say this all the time, like the reason why me and my husband worked out, and we just celebrated, 17 years of marriage back in September. I told y'all, like, the reason we've done this so well is not because we've not messed up, because I mean we have. We done jacked up a couple times, a couple things. Like honestly, we've dealt with everything you could possibly imagine in a marriage that could go wrong. We've dealt with it. We got blended families, so we had baby mama drama, we had baby daddy drama. I mean, literally everything. There's been some times that we've suffered and we survived infidelity. If I'm being 100% honest, we have. We've made it through it. It wasn't easy, and every day we had to do the work. We had to put the work in. Like
Right.
marriage is dope if you willing to work it. But
Right.
I gotta also be honest, like I think we assumed when we was getting ready to get married, like that it wasn't gonna be fun. And y'all, I have the most fun with that dude. He's a clown. It's everything. Like that's my best friend. We do everything together. We laugh, cry. I mean, we have a good time. If you get the right person, there's strength in marriage. But I'm telling you right now, everything that you hit ain't marriage material.
Ain't marriage material. And that's where I think we go wrong. We having babies by people we don't like. You having trying to put yourself together in a marriage by people you really don't like. That's where the
That's why I say
divorces
don't
come
have
in at. You're
sex.
doing it for
Don't
whatever
have sex.
convenience there is. This
Can't
is the
get
person
nobody
you're
pregnant.
closest to right now. Let's get married.
Sex is the worst thing, man. This the worst thing I have, man. It's the feels
The
so
one
good to be so
thing out
bad.
here.
Feels so good to be so bad for you, Coach Fly. I'm trying to tell you, man.
I mean, well, women hold the power to it, man.
What?
Women hold a power to it.
No.
Yeah, women hold the power. Who hold the power?
What?
You hold. We got. See, that's the. I don't know what we
Whoa,
about, man.
what?
Yo,
Yo,
we got
On
all
my
the
worst
power.
What?
day.
We
On
hold the
my worst
power?
day. Yes, on my worst day, you can get it. If you come right. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Yeah,
yo,
we got all
that's
the
not
power, Coach
true.
Fly. You'll never see how these women, man.
Women
See,
hold
I
the
don't want to go
power.
back to
What's up?
my old
But you got to
mindset.
be willing to come out and be, you got to be willing
Women hold the power,
Yeah,
and
so.
not have an
we
ego
gotta charm them.
about,
We
I
gotta,
just
we
need to ask you
gotta
and
get
you need
where
to
we need to
boot it
get.
over or
That's what we
whatever.
gotta do.
But if you come right and you know,
Coach Fly, my
Man,
closure rate was like 88%. 88%, bro. If I want it, I'm gonna get it. It was a few that got passed. A few got passed. A few. And I'm not trying to brag, honey, but I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be honest. I think that men, any man, well, I don't know about any man, but if you have a certain,
watch this. Did you marry any of them, son? None of them, right?
I've been married twice, man.
Women
So
hold the power.
what is that? I don't understand what you're saying.
They should have been keeping their legs closed for you, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
They hold the
okay,
power.
I can agree with that.
You just ran through them,
I don't,
brother.
but I don't call that power though, because
That's
they
the
not.
power. The power is in the P, bro. You
But what I'm
bugging.
trying to explain is a woman that's just giving it up
You
like that,
bugging.
that easy. How much power is that? The
Yo.
ones that hold out for a few months, well, them be the tough ones, boy. That's power. Now the truth is,
That's why I just said, bro. You just
as
said
a
everything I
man,
needed you to say, bro.
as a man, I wish my dad and my stepdad that taught me about sex and courting or pursuing women would have taught me to be a lot more what's the word I'm looking for? A lot more I can't think of the word. Selective. Like I was just trying to smash anything moving, man. And there was a lot of good things moving back then. You know what I mean? Social media wasn't a big deal. I would just pull up. I like you. I talk to you. Even my moms. No disrespect to my moms. My moms told me, you see a girl, you take out a date, you like it, you hit it. My mom's was like that too. My mom's was stone. I had a mom and a dad that was stone cold freakazoids, if you want to ask me. I know my moms don't watch the show.
Hey, shout out to those wonderful parents. Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? So I just always felt that we went out, we liked each other, or we gonna have some sex. I knew the moves to do to make you feel good, make you Gucci get ready. You know what I mean? So I would get in there. But the problem was I was never taught how to sustain a relationship. It wasn't until I was like 29 years old, after I was married and divorced, a female said to me, "Yo, you don't know how to have no tough conversations. Every time a tough conversation get tough, you joking around and want to play around and get out of it. Because I don't.
right.
Now we in the part that I don't understand. Oh, I'm supposed to take care of your twin kids. I was just here to hit. My bad. We smoke a blunt. You know what I mean? Like I ain't understand it. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I was a straight clown. You want to talk about something serious? Oh, I guess this relationship is over. On to the next one. On to the next. And it's disgusting, man. I just thank God I ain't got AIDS and none of that, man. Because
Oh
I
Lord.
was not wearing condoms. Raw
Oh
Hey,
dog.
we all
Lord.
gotta. Hey, we
90,
all gotta
90,
thank
95,
God.
90%,
Hey, yo,
88%
what's going
wrong.
on?
We
Yeah,
all
if I'm
gotta
being
thank
Hey,
honest,
God.
because
We
ladies.
all
I
made
Hey,
was
it out
always
without
ladies.
something being
Listen,
Ladies,
coming
you
attached.
through the
hold the
80s and
power.
90s. Yes, sir.
Ladies, you hold the
yeah.
power.
I have no idea how I'm not dead right now off of that era.
Hey,
Oh,
listen.
Lord.
But I will say, one thing that I do respect more than anything is a man that knows that he may not want to be married, and he says that up front. There are
Right.
some,
That,
everybody's not intended to be
yeah,
married.
everybody's not meant
Right.
to be married. I agree
That's
with
not
that.
And not
everybody's
ready
zhush.
either. They're not ready, and they know they're not ready. So that's a good thing for
And
them to
that's
acknowledge that.
fine. That's fine. And a woman the same way. Because let
Same
me
thing
just
for
keep it a
women.
buck in a bed. Like, not every woman dreams of the white dress and
Yeah,
getting married and being a wife. Like, some of us is cool with, like, stick and move. Like, there's women that
yeah,
have
yeah.
the
And
same attitude.
that's what I always was assuming until I started getting with some of these females that wanted to have these long term relationships. And I was like, what? I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? That's a whole different type of lifestyle right there. I'm not.
But let me also say this. Imagine what it's like to be a person that, and y'all know we said it before, but like, what about the women that do become that are hoe to housewife? Like, that is real. That is
Yes,
really
yes,
real,
I
right?
agree with
It happens, and it does happen. It can happen. I know it does. Okay,
that.
I know it does. Like,
Right, right.
but the reality is, when you're in your marriage, if that's what happens, you always got to be willing and ready to check that part of you. You know what I mean? Because I need people to understand what's in you is what's in you. All right. Sometimes we want to act like that's not who we are. When he talked about imposter syndrome, that is real. We want to assume that when we hit a certain age, our biological clock is ticking. We hit like you said, Fly. What is that? 33, 30? What age is it when you come into that reality? Like, oh no, I need to be settled down. I need to
That's what
I
I
need
was
to
about
get
to say.
this
What
together.
age is that? You what we
There
saying with
is no
dating to marry?
specific. Yeah, there ain't no specific age. I don't think it's about
You know the
it's
funniest
about
part?
maturity.
The
Maturity.
funniest part
And
is
your
when
wants
I
and
was
desires also play a point in that because, like you said, everybody may not be ready at a certain age. I might not want that right now. I could,
when
but I
I
don't.
when I when I started wanting to settle down, I was running into females that wasn't about that life. I was bugging. I was like, "Dang, that's it. You going back to him, huh? Going back to old Jimmy? Okay, I guess I just was around to supply something that you was missing, and I was on my way. It was kind of weird. I was like, "Dang, I actually might have wanted to be with her, but I guess I'm gonna move on to the next." And then I got into a long term relationship, which even that's crazy because you get with somebody thinking that this is the perfect person, their whole life is set up, things is going good, and you find out that it's just really for the pictures. They ain't
Mm.
trying to marry you. They ain't trying to be with you long term. They just want you around. They got their
Hey
whole life
Keith,
established.
Keith, I was just gonna
Keith,
say that. That was about to be my next
hey,
question. So
you
how do
was
we
getting right hit it.
feel?
Me too. Me
How do
too,
we
Fly.
feel about a lot of these parents that's raising a lot of these boys that we saying that's growing up? Should these parents not be dating to marry?
I
You mean
mean,
if you have children already?
If you have children already, like I'm hearing y'all say, some people just don't marriage, it just ain't for everybody. Are we saying we shouldn't be showing that dynamic in these households? Every household should have that dynamic.
Well, you shouldn't have men just coming around if you ain't
You
dating this
see what I'm
person
saying?
for long term marriage and stuff like that. Your kids shouldn't know 19 different dudes.
Right. Exactly.
so if you and this is my thought process, and this is me being honest. Keith's question is, so for people who don't want to get married, should they be having kids?
Hmm.
That's one part of that question,
Oh, yeah,
Hmm.
you
right?
already know.
That's one part of the question. And I'm going to say, uh, because of different people's thoughts on marriage, I think marriage and parenting don't always go hand in hand. I do believe that you should not be having kids out of wedlock because that's how I view marriage, right? And I view families. But I'm also saying for the persons or personnel that don't believe in in the institution of marriage, that doesn't mean that you can't have kids and still be a good parent, solid and true to being a good parent. Now, if you question it, is that promoting broken families? Family looks different for a lot of people. Because I do know a lot of folks who, for the sake of marriage, for the sake of the kids, they stayed in a marriage that I don't want them to see this. I don't want them to think that that's what marriage is. Because that ain't what marriage is.
That's why I got up out of it.
Yeah, that's not what marriage is. If I gotta see you put her head through a wall and you my dad, like, just y'all ain't happy, y'all stepping out, y'all cheating. I got kids, other siblings across town that I ain't even know about. Like, nah, we can just go ahead and know this marriage right now and just be excellent parents.
So you're saying in the case where you get pregnant but you had no intention to get married, you just wanted a child, I'm assuming, or you didn't take the proper precautions to not have a child? Because if you want a child and you don't intend to get married, you should do in vitro and get yourself pregnant. Because that child shouldn't have to deal with a parent that, I don't know. That's not my business. Maybe you want somebody to be
I just think
6'4"
about it
and have
like,
sex with that person and they brown skin the way you like them or something. I don't.
I just
Just
think
get them
about it like
pregnant.
my dad. My dad never wanted to be married. He never wanted to be
Okay.
married. He never married my mother, ever.
Okay.
Never wanted to be married. But my
Did your
dad,
mom, if you could share, did your mom know that also?
my mom did not know that at the beginning.
Okay.
And my
Okay.
dad was also 7, 8 years older than my mother. So he
Okay.
went away to the military or whatever. But he always wanted to travel the world. He had no intentions on marrying my mother ever. Okay? Ever.
Mm.
And when that came to light and it came to my mom, her thought process was, okay, well, I'm not going to live with you and us be together and you're never going to marry me, because my mom came from a very religious background. So moving in with you, she had no business having sex and fornicating, but she did. Okay, whatever. She got knocked up with me. Okay, whatever. But she still was like, okay, that's drawing the line still too far. Just because I messed up in this don't mean that I'm now getting ready to play house with you. I'm not going to do that. So she said no. That wasn't what she wanted. He was like, okay, well, then we going to co-parent for the rest of Mecca's life. And that's what my dad did. Like,
Mm.
no lie. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have any other siblings. I'm my dad's only kid on his side. My mom got other children, but my dad does not. My mom
Yeah.
ended up marrying my stepfather. And when I tell you that was hell, them is the two most toxic folks that should have never gotten married.
Not never.
Never. Okay?
Jesus.
And those are my siblings' father. That's my stepdad. And
Yeah.
they should have never got married. Matter of fact, they divorced each other and remarried each other 10 years later, thinking things had changed, and it got
Wow.
worse.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, like, there's some people that genuinely know that marriage is not for them. They can be amazing parents, but they cannot, they're not selfless enough to compromise and make it through a marriage and a relationship. And that was my daddy. And I love my
Mm.
daddy. I do. I am a daddy's girl through and through. I love my father. But when I tell you he was never in my house, I was not raised with him. Like, you know what I mean? I've always known I could call him if I need something. He would get me on weekends when he could. But, like, you know, he never wanted to be married.
Like, they will be with the sex. Women are more driven by sex than men.
No, that's not true.
That's
Are you a
100%
woman?
true. That's 100%
So you're a
true.
woman, so you know
Women
that.
are more driven
Are you a woman? Do you know that for a fact?
The sex is everything to a woman in a relationship.
That's such a lie.
It's such not a
The
lie.
sex is on the lowest totem pole in a
If
relationship.
sex is on the lowest total pole,
then why when a man cheats,
then why
is
if
it
a
going to
man go
ruin
out
the
and have sex with
relationship?
another lady,
Yeah,
it's over.
that's sad, but that's not,
Because sex is
what
at the
you're
highest
saying,
level.
What you're saying is driven by sex is different. My motivating factor for being with a man is not sex. Most women don't even come statistically from being with a man.
Exactly. What you talking about?
Hey, man, yeah.
I can't even speak on that ignorance.
Oh man, yeah.
I actually think he worded it wrong.
What do you think he was trying to say?
I think he said y'all whole. What he was trying to say was that y'all hold sex to like the highest standard in the relationship.
What does that mean?
And when a man goes, if you didn't, if a man slept with another woman, you wouldn't be so fast to kick him to the curb or be done with the relationship.
What?
Mm.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I repeat it one more time.
Yeah, because I don't understand. I don't understand that.
That woman holds sex to a high regard in the relationship, to the highest regard in a relationship. If you didn't, you wouldn't be so quick to cut a man off when he went to have sex with another man or cheated or did whatever the case may be.
With another woman.
Another female.
I mean,
Yeah,
cheated.
you gotta clean that up.
So, you don't think that betraying her trust, betraying the sanctity of your relationship and loyalty is the problem with you sleeping with another woman? You think it's just because she's upset about you going to have sex with somebody?
No, I think he's saying the perspective is that we do hold sex in such a high regard because not just sex with us, but in a high regard because it's the one thing that we feel like will cause them to betray, to lie, to step out, to whatever. Like we hold sex as this big old thing because the moment that they do, that's the one thing that's like the deal breaker. That's the one thing that's going to ruin it all. That's the one thing that throws the whole relationship away because we think of it so highly, because it's always, it's right here. And I think what M is saying is the guy was trying to explain it in that way, but he didn't do a good job in explaining it in that way. We do hold not us having sex, but more so the fact that this is the one thing. Like if you step out on us and have sex with somebody else, then that right there negates everything else for us. That's what M is saying. We do hold it as like top priority.
That's like you do that, it's over, nigga. It ain't no coming back. I'm doing
Well,
me.
I mean, if you having a monogamous agreement and you sleep with somebody else, I mean.
So I think that this is an interesting space, and I'm gonna get chewed out by every woman that ever watches this today. And I'm okay. I can hold on my. I'm getting ready to stand on my 10 toes, and I'm gonna give this disclaimer and this disclosure right now. I have always been guilty for being acting like a woman and thinking like a man. So I'm gonna put that out there right now. Okay, I'm that person. All right. So ladies, don't shoot me, but I genuinely feel like there are many women who can hold sex in the space of it's not an ends all be all if you've stepped out and cheated on me. There are women who view sex as just what it is. It's just sex. It's not all the other things that women sometimes will look at it as. So, I mean, we look at it with emotions attached. We look at it with, as a woman, that's what we do, right? But there are women who can view it as an activity and go home and it be nothing. Like it was what it was. Like we knocked each other down and now we done. And I'm not calling you, and we ain't got to do all that emotional stuff. There's women who have that mindset.
I see you shake your head. You don't believe women do that?
So are we talking about single or like in a relationship?
You on mute.
I'm
In a
on mute. My
relationship.
bad. I'm thinking from a married perspective. Ain't no going, smashing, knocking down, and coming back to the crib for me or my wife. That's what
Okay.
I'm shaking my head about.
Right, because we're in a marriage. We know that
Right.
should not ever
Yeah,
be
that's
the
what I'm saying. I'm
case,
not.
right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to explain why I'm shaking my head, because I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That shouldn't be the case in our marriages, right? But let's
Right.
just
And
also be honest, like infidelity does happen.
yeah.
It does.
The funny thing is, you don't gotta have sex. You could go out on dates and stuff like that. If your wife find out that you out here spending extra time with some woman, it's over. Well, it's over for me.
All right, so let me play this video real quick.
Yeah.
Together, would you tolerate cheating from me?
Of course, I would.
Now, why is that?
Because men biologically cheat. Because you can go sleep with a girl right now and it's just pleasure. For example, we're surrounded right now by a shit ton of amazing clubs. You can walk into the club right now, get super drunk, and just have a one-night stand, but you're still coming home to me, sleeping with me, providing for me, and doing everything you're supposed to. It's just biologically made that men are gonna go ahead and cheat because it's just pleasure. You know what I mean? It's status, basically, when men cheat.
But when women cheat,
It's disrespect, because when we cheat, it's a connection. Like, we cheat with intention, we cheat with emotions. You guys don't cheat with emotions, we do. So I don't think a man should stay with a woman that cheats on her.
now why wouldn't you feel insecure by finding out that I, was blowing another chick's back out?
As women, you're meant to be feminine and protect of the home and stay with your partner and take care of the kids. So if you're providing for me and doing everything you're supposed to, I would definitely tolerate cheating. But if it's a 50-50 relationship, it's like I'm your roommate. Why are you like making me downfall? Like, that's not cool.
And that's not saying nothing y'all said was wrong or nothing like that. It's just saying that people out here believe that type of shit.
Yeah.
People like that live like it's people
yo,
out here living like that.
I was about to say, it's crazy, E, and that's you heard how she was talking. That's why a lot of men are dating women from other places, coming from other countries and things like that, because of how they thinking.
Yeah.
And like she said, if you taking care of me, you're doing everything for me. What the hell? Like, I don't know.
So
There's people out here that think like that though, and living
if you're
like
not
that.
married, do what you want to do, man. Sleep around much as you want, man. But if you married, I guess if you're in a relationship, but I'm only gonna say married because I can't talk for people that ain't actually committed like that. If you think that sleeping around and that's how your woman feel, you got what you're looking for. That ain't what I want. I don't want a woman like that. That's like a slave, bro.
How's she a slave? She out with the sexiest outfit on, with his shoes and the toes
She don't
out.
look like a
How's that like
slave.
a
She
slave?
definitely don't look like a
You don't look
slave.
She don't
married
like no
either, though.
slave to me.
He don't
She
look
don't look
married
married
either.
either, though.
She
She don't
like
look
no
married.
slave to me.
She don't look like a slave. So how did you say that we were slaves working for
She might
jobs
be
again?
married though. Be mad
Well,
married
you
women
be
out
having
there, my
some
man be talking
contradictory
to.
statements, man. You said we were slaves because we had a job.
You a
I'm talking about she
slave.
got a slave
You a
mentality.
slave here in America. Yes, you are, brother.
So she's a slave. She just got a nice dress on.
She a slave for who? Her man?
Yeah.
Because she allowed him to
Yeah.
do.
If you want a
him to
slave,
have
get you a
sex.
slave. I'm not against guys getting slaves if that's what
Why
y'all
that
want.
can't just be her thoughts though? Why that gotta be somebody else's thoughts? Why the man gotta put the thoughts of her? Why he doing
She's
that?
telling you in
That
plain
may be
English.
just her thoughts. Maybe her mother
It
was
may
like that.
be.
Maybe
The
her
world is
grandmother was
corrupted.
like that.
The
Like,
world
come
is
on, man.
corrupted, my brother.
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you
live
from
in
my
this world.
standpoint, we have seen it so much that our thought processes as women are broken. We're willing to accept anything that these men are given just to be in their space, just to have a spot. And whether or not it goes against what should or should not happen, somebody's beliefs, whatever religion they follow, it's coming from, I believe, a place of brokenness in what they see and view as a woman in a man's life, and what we see and view as a relationship, as a marriage, a union, or whatever it is from a place of brokenness.
So let me ask this, because
most Muslim men have multiple wives. Is that true?
Yes.
Absolutely. Different cultures do it all the
I
time.
don't think that's right either.
Different cultures.
But that's my opinion.
Yeah, nah, that's what I was about to say, sir. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But it's a lot of Muslim men that have multiple wives. If they could take care of them and provide for them, it shouldn't be a problem with it. I don't see.
So I want to introduce the thought, and this is without religious connection. This is without us putting our personal faith or spiritual beliefs to it, right? I just because I gotta play this card for a second. Okay. There are women who genuinely can move sexually and it not be tied to emotions. It
Right.
not be tied to feelings. I can tell you, and I'm not even gonna put my people out there like that, but I have an aunt. I got an aunt who has said from the very beginning, she out here, right? And she meant what she said. She living her best life. She travels the world. She dates. She's not in no relationships. She dates. She goes wherever she want to go, spend her money how she want to spend her money. The men that are in her life that she dates, they know how to show up. They pay to play. They do what they're gonna do. Like they have a good time. They spend time, whatever. There's no it's companionship, not relationship, right? And that is possible for many women. She's very successful. She went to school. She don't have no kids. Like that's just the life she living, and she cool with it, right? And to be quite honest with you, um, who she chooses to indulge or be with sexually, whatever, that's her business or whatever. I'm pretty sure she's not every man that she dates doesn't all get that part of her, but I'm not also gonna say, even if I'm not gonna say that they not, okay? But what I will say is there are women who can hit it and quit it. They cool with not being they don't want to be your wife. They don't want to be, it ain't about being your mistress, none of that. It's just, they out here and they dating and enjoying life. And when she decides to settle down, she'll settle down. And I'm gonna tell you right now, she's in her 60s. She in her 60s. She has no desire to be nobody's wife. That's not even on her plate or her radar. And for her, I don't think it's even a thought process of, oh well, he can go out and do this, that, and the third or whatever. But I think it's like we don't have no ties to each other. We're not committed to each other. We spend time when we spend time. And
Yeah.
I mean that's very possible for women to be the same way. Women do have sexual appetites and desires like men in many instances. They don't want to all settle down. You got women who don't have no desire to settle down. So to assume that we're nurturers in the house, we don't want it like a man wanted, all that's not cool either. Cause that's not true.
And I know plenty of women, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I date, but outside of that, but there's plenty of women that date and don't get attached, that don't have an emotional connection. But I think the way she's saying it in the aspect, I feel like that just is a little.
It might be her religion.
Yeah.
Might just be her culture.
It might be
Like
her
I
culture.
said,
Her
her mother
culture.
might have been like that.
Yup.
Her
But for her
aunts
to
might
say,
have
I'm
been
gonna stay
like
in the
that.
house and I'm okay with. I don't know. I
Our
just be living my
grandparents
life.
used to do it.
If
Our
he
grandparents
providing
used
and
to do
taking
it.
care of her,
Yeah, our grandparents did do it.
Our
Mine sure
grandparents
did.
were married and knew our granddaddies was out sleeping
And they
with
was wrong for it.
everybody.
They was wrong for it. They was wrong for it.
The
That's why.
relationships lasted.
Well, they only lasted.
And they
My
was married
grandparents
for
lasted because
hundreds
they
of
moved to
years.
separate bedrooms.
If
Because
they
after he
lasted
was
so
out there in the
long, how
street,
come
she didn't
Grandpa
sleep
and
with him
The
no
Grandma
more.
didn't last?
the relationships lasted. I don't care
Grandpa
how they
Jr. and
lasted.
Altoon Bradford lasted
They
how long? Since it worked.
spread
How long that worked?
thing. What you
They didn't
said?
work. They didn't work. My father said he ain't had no dad. How it worked?
I don't know
Because he had two
granddad like
families.
that. I don't know
I'm just
granddad
saying the
like
truth.
that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm telling the truth.
Sub,
And
your
part of that,
parents stayed
I
married.
I was about
Sub,
to say your grandparents together,
No.
right, son? Don't you
None of
have
my
like
parents were married. I only have two parents, neither one of them. Both of them was with somebody. Well, my
I'm
dad
talking
is
about
still
your
married.
What about your grandparents, son?
They stayed together 60 something
Okay,
years.
I was about to say that's what you. I was about to say I thought I heard you say your grandparents was 60 something years or something.
Yeah, but my
Okay.
grandfather also wasn't sleeping around.
How you know that?
I'm just gonna
Come
assume
on,
because he
you.
left out the house
He
That's what
said
I'm
I'm just
immediately.
saying. We
going
gotta
soon.
stop,
Because
yo. We
this
gotta
He
is
said
stop
I'm
why.
this,
just
If he
man.
going
did,
soon.
hold
We
on,
gotta stop,
hold on,
man.
Ekim. I'm
He
gonna tell
might have
you
been
why I know
young
right
Chub
now.
G.
If he did sleep around, he must have been boning chicks at work because all he did was went to work and came home every
That's what.
single day.
That's when they said they most men cheat. They said they cheat at work.
How long
That
they was
is a
Yeah,
together?
man.
statistic.
I'm sorry.
And how
I'm
long
gonna
they was together,
apologize
son?
right now. I'm sorry if y'all don't know no men that don't cheat because that's
Son,
what
and they
y'all
was
used
together
to.
how long?
But my grandfather didn't cheat on my
Nah,
grandmother.
I ain't putting that on himself.
I mean, matter of fact,
I ain't putting that on
he wouldn't
himself.
even watch the Miss America pageant, dog. He had
I'm
no
not putting
eyes
that
for
on
another woman.
himself.
Y'all don't understand what that's like.
I'm
I
not.
get it. My
I'm not
bad.
putting that
Son,
on
how long was
himself.
they together before you was born, brother?
Before I was, they had 11 straight. They had 11 straight
I said
kids.
before you was born. How long? You said they was
I don't
together
know.
70 years. You 50, so they together 20
They was
something years
probably
maybe
together about.
before you was
They was
born.
probably together. Let me see. So my mom is the sixth child, first girl after five boys. Um, my
I'm
grandfather ain't
just
had no
saying they was
time to cheat,
together
but I'm
20
trying to
something
tell
years.
y'all, man.
I'm just saying they're together about 20 something years before you was born.
Before I was born, okay.
So anything is possible that could have happened in them 20 something years before you was born to witness what you was witnessing.
Well, I'm not gonna allow you to make my
People
mind believe
grow
that
in
my grandparents
relationships.
cheated on each other because they did not. They did not. They did not.
Some
I
said
get
you
what
will
y'all
not be
saying.
messing with
Hey,
my
son,
family
Thank you.
we ain't
I
putting
bloodline.
ain't
that on
messing my
grandpa,
lineage, sir.
son.
I'm sorry. My fault. My grandfather didn't cheat. My father has. My grandfather has not. I'm not about to entertain what you're talking about.
We not putting that on your grandpa, son.
Not at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit of it.
We ain't gonna put
Some
no smut
said
on his name, man.
Nah.
you will not put that on my blood history. You will not.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm sorry that other people did, and it's okay. I'm cool. I'm a product of it. I'm not here. I'm not even here if the lineage on my father's side didn't cheat. I'm not here.
But here's the
So thank
thing.
you.
I
What the
also
I
fuck
need
think
you
it
that
both
we have
sides.
saying,
to.
bro? Like that just
I
sound
also think
crazy what you just said.
we have to
Nah,
find.
for
We
real. Think
also have
about
to.
it. Because if grandpa don't mess around on the other lady, then grandma don't get pregnant with my father. That's had to happen for me to be here.
Or
I think I have a problem with reality. See, I don't. I'm cool with that.
so he was with the other lady and not grandma. The lady he got.
What I'm saying is he was with both of them.
The
Now, if he
lady
was only with one of them,
the lady he got
maybe it
3
would have been
kids by.
grandma. Maybe not. I don't
The
know
lady
which
he
one he
got
wanted
3
to be.
kids by he wasn't with, but the lady with 1 kid, that's the one he was with.
What I'm trying to explain to you once again, you could ask my dad. I don't know the story, but what
So
I
our
do know
grandfather,
is
cheated. You saying your
no.
grandfather on your
What I'm
grandfather's
just
Trying
saying,
side
to
that's
didn't
what he
cheat,
explain
said.
that
but
That's
our
that's
whatever
grandfather
he
on our
was doing,
grandfather's side cheated. That's what I'm
I
hearing right
don't know
now.
who he. I don't know who he was from. I can't
Our
tell.
grandfather was
Did
the
y'all
cheater.
ever talk
Okay, I
around?
got
Did
it.
y'all ever have a
yeah.
Nah,
serious
you giving me a
That's
history
why I
fact right
still act
now.
Yo,
like,
I
know,
didn't
listen.
really
people can
understand
be
how to even
together
have a
and not
serious
and be
conversation.
faithful.
I
I,
said I didn't learn how to have a serious conversation until I lived with grandma. Now maybe y'all was too young to have a serious conversation, but it's like y'all being offended by the truth.
hey sir, my brother. Listen, brother. Serious conversations, you might have had one. Chill with your
No, I had
shit,
a
bro.
few. I had
Chill
a
with your
few.
shit,
Here's
bro.
here's what I think. Here's
Chill,
what I
bro.
think happens
You
though.
just be talking, man.
Here's what I
I
think
like
happens
this
though.
talking.
I know that we realize that, and we can all come to the same consensus that, cheating ain't right. It's not good. It's not healthy. It doesn't promote positive things or whatever. Um, Sub, you said something that matters a lot in all of our way of thinking about everything. You said that you're a product of, the if it wasn't for the cheating, you wouldn't even be here, right? What I love about that is that I think something that we go lacking and missing when we talk about marriages, infidelity, cheating, when we talk about stepping out, when we talk about not being faithful, not being committed, there are ways in which we can be positive products of our environment. There are ways that we can change the narrative. And that's all. So for me, I think that there should be, we can't get to the place where we're so heavenly minded that we ain't no earthly good. Because sometimes we do that too. We get on our rant and our rate. That's why I said for a second I needed to separate. And I saw the comment, Heather. I respect and understand what you're saying because I'm a faith believer, right? I'm very much so God attached. But I'm also a realist and a psychologist. So for me, I have to check in with our human nature and our activity. And so for me, I have to say what I think we have to get back to is not condoning the behavior, but knowing what it means to give grace to grow from the behavior. Because I think that we mess up with that. Like people step out and they make mistakes and they cheat and they do stuff. That is not that we damn them to hell for the rest of their life because of something that they did. That's not what we supposed to do. Now, granted, I'm
Cheating
not
is
sitting
not a
around
grace.
waiting for you to do it the next time and the next time and the next time. No, I'm not condoning your behavior. But what I am saying is we can have grace to grow from it and we can learn from it and choose not to let that be what becomes our children's narrative or our children's narrative. You know what I mean? Because I just I think about that with me and my husband and our marriage. Now, our children will never know the impact truly of where we was almost facing divorce. We was getting ready to call it quits. It was all over. But when I tell you, my kids will know the story of growing through the grace of coming back from that. Oh, they definitely gonna know. Not in a way where I'm gonna tarnish their father or their father's gonna tarnish me in saying, oh no, because they all cheat. Everybody this, everybody that. No, that's not what we saying. So there should be some grace to grow through it and grow from it. But it should not be condoned behavior, is what I'm saying.
It's time to stop having sex, people.
I agree. A lot of it is America culture too, man. America culture is one man, one woman. These other places ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these other places ain't like that.
I mean, even still, I think what works for you, but you got to be upfront and honest about that. If you're not the monogamous relationship type person, let that other person know that.
Say
So
that.
if they want to choose somewhere different, let them do that. But we're in the element where everything is deception. You deceive just to get whatever it is that you want to get, and that's not fair. But then you want to cheat and then act like that person is wrong for being mad about it. That's not fair.
You want to have
Yeah,
sex
that's
and not
not
be
fair.
married? Just go ahead and get clipped and snipped. Do that. How about that?
Yeah.
Still can have sex. How about that? I came down a notch. Still have sex, but get clipped and snipped. So this way nobody get pregnant. How about that?
Well, have sex, but understand what you're
I
getting
thought in the
into. So
Bible
you
it
know
said
the
be
potential
fruitful
for
though.
a pregnancy, potential for you to be a single mom, a potential for that person to not be in your life. You got to understand those scenarios.
I thought the Bible said be fruitful.
You say what?
I thought in the Bible it said be fruitful. Multiply.
Don't do it, Scales.
God
Don't
gave
do
you that
it.
gift. God gave you that gift.
You going into the Old Testament, my brother, but I agree with you.
Don't do it, Scales.
When Jesus came, everything changed. Nah, because it's like they don't really. I'm gonna leave it alone. You're right, Scale. Go get somebody else pregnant. See how your wife feel about it. What else we
No,
talking about?
I'm married. I'm married, man.
Come on,
Spoken
man.
for.
Stop, man. Well, I look
I'm
at
spoken
this
for.
show with something to learn from, man. The Bible said be fruitful and multiply when there was only 3 people on earth. Yeah, you should.
Stop said we overpopulated and this economy can't take no more kids. That's
Come
what
on
Sub
now.
said.
Yes, yes.
God gave men and women that ability.
Yeah, but it didn't only apply to having children. It also applied to replenishing the earth and
Yes, it
fueling
did.
the earth and moving over to.
And it's a scripture. It is a scriptural text that has been taken out of context for far
Yeah.
too long.
Thank you, Mecca. It's taken out of context, but it's all good. Hey, man, I ain't playing with y'all today, man. Playing with y'all,
So say
man.
he ain't paying for no more of y'all illegitimate children. They ain't being taken care of. I ain't paying for them.
Because the first thing they're going to talk about is why we can't get Section 8 and SNAP benefits. What you need to be doing is keeping it in your pocket, brothers and sisters. Don't do
But
it
what?
until you're ready to have.
Stop. What
Yeah,
about the legitimate children? What about
you
the
take you
legitimate
take
ones?
these
That makes it
ass
even
shots
worse.
at people, bro.
What about the
He
ones
be
that
taking
are
some
made in
foul
the
shots
sanctity
at
of
taking
people,
marriage?
bro.
I'm taking shots.
Yeah, man.
I'm an illegitimate child.
Why everybody that get benefits, or get pregnant, they gotta be looking for SNAP benefits
Oh,
and
some
looking
of
for
them
help.
going to be. Some of them
That
got the
shit
money.
funny as hell.
I
What you
know
just
a
said.
female right now that
But
got
I
a
get it,
baby.
man.
She got all the money in the world. They don't need
Man,
nothing.
everybody
But
ain't
that
like
child
that.
ain't got no
Everybody
father.
ain't like that from the
But that
community,
child
bro.
ain't got
And,
no
and you
father.
and you putting them assumptions and putting that shit on other people. And
It's a
everybody
lot of
from the
different things
community
I'm
ain't like
talking
that,
about,
brother.
brother. It's bad not having a dad. And if y'all don't agree with me, y'all put a 1 in the chat.
Yeah, I agree. It sucks. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I
know I
don't
didn't
like it
like
for
it.
my kids. I know I don't like it.
I mean, my oldest daughter, I feel bad oftentimes because me and her dad was definitely not, it wasn't right. You know what I mean? It wasn't good. But that's why I say we got multiple generations of kids. So I had a daughter when I got married and came into the relationship with my husband. He had 2 boys, and then we had 2 together. And I always look at the 2 that we have together, and just in their behaviors, their personalities, like they were made in marriage, they were made in love, they were made in a way that just, I mean, it changed the dynamic of
Yeah, you can
who
tell.
they are, how they are, like,
Mm-hmm.
and again, I did the best that I could, and I think I did an
Yeah,
amazing job with my oldest daughter. I think my
absolutely.
husband, did a great job, being a father to his 2 children that was in a relationship before me. But at the same time, you can absolutely tell the difference in who they are, in their confidence, in their walk, in the way that they maneuver throughout the earth, of what 2-parent household means and how it impacts and affects children. Like I am seeing it firsthand. And again, I read all the psychology books, the psychological studies regarding, the success rate of 2-parent households versus one, and what single parent families can do in order to raise productive members of society and all that good stuff. Like, yeah, I got all of that. But when you look at like my true life experience, like I say, life is the best teacher. Ain't nothing a book gonna tell you that some of the things that we experience will. And I can genuinely see what I would like to think of as the favor that's on my younger 2 it wasn't the same for my oldest ones.
I
You know
feel
what I'm
you on
saying?
that. I feel you on that because I oftentimes, since I'm taking shots, let me take a shot at myself. I feel like I really messed up bad with my kids when it come to being their connection with God because they didn't know me as that guy. I wasn't saved sub back then when
Yeah.
my kids was growing up. I was wild boy sub. So for me to say what I'm saying, I'm speaking about it from all aspects. Me being a father, not talking about my father, talking about me being a father and how I learned how to be a father. My mother got 4 different baby fathers. She married one of them for the long run. So I seen a lot of different things that you guys might not have seen. I don't know how many, how many stepfathers might have been in your lives. I know how many was in my life. It was 4 different dudes. And my father was one of them. But he was the furthest away from the situation. So when I talk, I'm sorry if it sounds a little offensive. I'm not trying to disrespect grandpa. Grandpa, my favorite dude, he came around every Friday, dropping bread off in my hand. So I'm not trying to take a shot at him. I'm being honest. My dad told me out of his own mouth he did not have a father and he didn't need a father. Maybe that's why he felt like I didn't need one. So when I talk, I'm talking from here. I just ain't crying and getting all emotional about it because I done moved on from that place. I've cried about stuff like this. I've learned from it. So I'm trying to just talk. So for the people out there that actually might want to be thinking about making a child with a chick because she's so thick and looks so good, you might want to rethink that before you go ahead and pop up in there. For real, Fly.
That's real stuff.
That's real
That's
talk.
the real
Nah,
perspective.
that was a good one. That
I'm
was.
not disrespect SNAP benefits. I'm just making real assessments of what can happen.
But I mean, I don't think it's a dig or anything either. I mean, I get it because we're used to hearing, your point of view on that. But like I said once before, we're in agreement. I definitely would prefer, if you're not capable or able to take care of a child, you need to think about that before you proceed. Like when you're having sex, you got the potential to have children, that if you can't take care of them, you should understand it's not anybody else's responsibility to do so. And I think that, it's a gray line, a gray area. Yes, of course, because people make mistakes, bad judgments, things happen. You got all kind of situations that can happen, and we do need programs like that to help our unfortunate. So, I mean, we just have to be a little bit careful about how we say, what it is that we intend to convey when it comes to that subject.
Just
So
handle it, I
before I
think, with
leave,
grace and
we
sensitivity.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta approach it with a little more grace and sensitivity. Sub was a little hard. He liked to give you the castor oil, but no OJ to chase it, and that's not okay. You know what I'm
Shove
saying?
it in
Grandma
your
used to
mouth,
give us
like, "Ugh."
grandma used to give us that castor oil, and then we got a little bit of orange juice to swallow it down. It made it a little easier. It didn't change the fact that we had to take the castor oil, but it made it a little easier. Sub just giving you the castor oil with no OJ. So, but in actuality, I think about it as well because my daughter, my oldest girl, when my husband came into my oldest girl's life, she was 13. She was 13 years old, right? Tay is now 31, and she got 5 kids. And she got 3 baby daddies. And none of what she saw in our marriage was enough to make a difference from some of the things that I'm seeing right now. And I don't understand that. Can't understand it. But again, she grew up from 13 on in a 2-parent household, 2 loving parents, married, whatever. Her siblings was born in our marriage, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't change the fact that she still chose to make some of the decisions that she made. And you can't change. I just want to put that out there because I think even Heather said it's not an exact science. It's not an exact formula for this. You can have a 2-parent household and they still totally missed the mark.
My grandparents had a 2-family household, and a lot of my aunts and uncles grew up messed up. I'm not even, you know what I mean? But I also think that was a product of, and one of my uncles once told me this. He's like, I never had a chance to be a baby. Soon as I was born, another baby was in the stomach about to come out next. That's attention. A lot of us don't spend time and attention with our children. It's just like, you got so many kids. They had 11 kids, man. And it ain't none of them more than 1 year apart. So you already know. My grandmother told me stories about breastfeeding 2 at a time. Because they wasn't doing formula back then. They was doing straight from the
Big
tap.
facts.
I don't know though, Sam, because my grandma had 11, raised 12. Granddaddy had 13. So I mean, but I don't know if it's just because of where we were. Like I said, we're in the country, so we didn't have access to a whole lot of stuff. But my aunts and uncles, they all seem stable.
Okay.
Like they don't have any, issues like that. But
my aunts and uncles all grew up in the Bronx. They wanted to be B-boys and B-girls.
Okay.
Some of them, listen, out of the 11, there's 5 left on Earth. And 5 of them passed away before my grandparents. So, pretty rough lifestyle.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And it's sad.
Wow.
That's why I just look at the truth. Like a lot of times I listen to my youngest brother with my mom. He tells me that our family has a big problem with alcohol, and we know so many of our family members that turned astray because of alcohol. Why do we always have so much alcohol at the get-togethers?
Right.
I'm like, that's what we do, bro. I'm trying to defend it, but at the end of the day,
right.
Maybe we need to stop having so much alcohol at these parties. You know what I mean? But there's so many family members that look at you crazy. I remember one of my cousins had a dry wedding, no alcohol. Man, everybody kept running out to the cars, getting their liquor on because this ain't normal. We can't do this, So I don't know, man. I get drunk when I get drunk. I don't drink all the time, but when I do, I like to do it in mass volumes.
So the most part, it's a social activity. I mean, if you're not doing it socially, that means you're alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I guess, yeah. I don't really know all the keys and ins and outs of being an alcoholic, but what I do know is I have seen what I think is alcoholism. I've seen people that wake up in the morning, get a big red cup, regular looking cup, and there ain't nothing but vodka in that thing. They sitting there drinking, and you don't even know what's going on. I'm like, dang, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And they keep going back to their little stash spot.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
That's it? Man, what a day, man. Women Chat Wednesday went all over the place. Talking about alcoholism right now.
More than we mess the have-nots mascot, man. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow, man.
Oh, Lord, E. What was that?
Hey.
That was very low energy, E.
Very
I
low.
only
Like,
get to see
you want
you
to be a
once in a
part of our
while.
show today?
Yeah, I'm over it.
Oh.
All right.
Already. Yeah.
Hey, make sure y'all tuning in, man. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. Check out the best morning show on earth. That's the Band of Brothers morning show. Women Chat Wednesday today was real hype. We're gonna come back tomorrow with Thursday. What's that? Touchy Topic Thursday or something like that?
Yeah.
Whatever it's gonna be, man. Y'all make sure y'all be here. And on Saturdays, tune into the Barcode Boys Sports Desk, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. ish. And I am Steven with the V, and the V stands for victory. Hulk Hogan with the slogan, I ain't even joking. Don't get your heart broken. God be the glory. That's the best part of my story. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
All right, y'all. You know, it's little LBZ, aka. Just holding it down for the ladies behind the Band of Brothers morning show. Thank you, Mecca, for joining us today on Women Chat Wednesday. It was awesome to have you on as usual. We always want to make sure everybody do likes and share, of course. Tell a friend, like Sub says. But we want everybody to keep coming back to the show to get more. Peace and love to y'all. Don't just exist today. Live it on purpose.
Word. Hey, yo, y'all stay blessed up today, man. I do what I like, and I like what I do. If I do it for me, best believe I'm going to do it for you. See y'all tomorrow, man.
Yeah, Mecca.
I was very gracious and excited to be a part of today. Y'all know I'm always excited. I'm going to tell you all the time, anything that comes from Mecca City is it's going to be authentic. It's going to be real. It's going to be raw. But I'm also going to tell y'all, go get you a therapist. It's okay to have your faith and therapy. They work hand in hand. I recommend it for everybody. I do it. You should do it. Our mental makes a difference. Have a great day today and always. And I look forward to the next time I could be here on the best show ever.
Hey, yo, Fly Global, Mr. Everywhere. You ain't never there. I am the Jersey representative of the South. Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. I don't have much to say today. It was a great show. Thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget, we got the big event on Friday. I'm going to keep on promoting it. Ekem versus Sub G. It is going down. The versus is going down.
Nigga,
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Please stay tuned. It is going down. We love y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
100. Love y'all.
A lot of losses, my nigga. That shit
You
changed my
niggas can't
life.
walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
I'm about halfway from nowhere, and I know what I gotta do. I'm about peace that's unfolding, and I just need God to come through. I need love, I need patience. Take me back to the basics. I just need one more shot at living. I just need one more shot like Pippin.
You niggas can't walk the path that I walk. Niggas can't do the things that I do. Niggas can't live the way that I live. Might not be the same result for you.
You are now listening to Barcode Boys.